All right, so let's see here. Okay, so like it says, and just a reminder, you want to write the learning objective, not the language objective. So I don't need you to write justify my answers. I need you to write the top sentence on that second column, right? And you put the date, 24th, right? So let's do this warm up. By the way, quiz today, stuff that's due. I've already been trying to get this from y'all, goal setting, student info sheet. This was from Friday. If you didn't turn that in, I'm putting that in the grade book. Should be an easy grade, because if you did something, okay, that's enough for me, at least for that assignment, okay? And then this one was from yesterday. Now, if you lost yesterday's assignment, or if you were not here, I want you to know where your makeup work is. I may have already said this, but I want you to look over here. Everyone looking, you gotta look back. Turn your head over here. Everybody. Okay. So, loop in. And if I've already told you this, I'm just telling you again. There's a front little section that says warm up. So the first little thing, if you need an extra warm up sheet, there they are. Okay. It has a little blue tab and it says warm up. Cool. The very next thing has a G on it. URG, because you are geometry. Okay. So there's a little G on it. These tabs have dates. Okay. So let's say you missed yesterday. Yesterday was 8/23. You want to look, are there any things that say 8/23? Yes, there is. In fact, there's two. One for notes, one for assignments. You know what I put in here? I put in the blank notes, but I also put in a printout of the notes. Okay? If you miss that day, I can't sit down and teach it to you all over again. Okay? There's a copy of the notes. If you want a lesson, like I'm doing right now, I record my videos, put them on YouTube, and I put them on the Google Classroom. Everyone look over here. If you're not part of this period's Google Classroom, or if you like switch a class and you need to switch your period or whatever, these are the codes from Mr. G's class. Okay? So again, if you miss a day, you got to be the one to go get what you need. That make sense? All right. So all that to say, if you didn't do practice notation from yesterday, you need to do that. Maybe after your quiz, you can finish it. If you lost it, you know where to get it. Loop in, right? Okay, cool. Now let's talk about the warm-up. Draw and label collinear points. What are collinear points? What does that mean? Points on the same line. Basically, they make a straight line. So can you draw X, Y, and Z points in a straight line? I hope so. And draw it small because you need room for the next part on number 2. So draw 3 little points in a straight line. Now mine's kind of ugly. You just do what you can. X, Y, and Z in a straight line. That's collinear. Okay. Now there's a second part. Draw a line through A and B. It's kind of like the first one, but you're drawing a line through a point A and a point B. Could you do something like that today on a quiz, maybe? The last part says array with an endpoint C going through the letter D. So if it tells you the endpoint is C, then that's the end. Go ahead and put a point C. And then you're going to draw a ray. Remember, a ray has one arrowhead going through another point labeled letter D. Okay? Starting at endpoint C, goes through letter D. It's a ray because it has one arrowhead. Okay? So you got that stuff. Now, on number 2, you do have some algebra throwback on your little quiz today. And so I want to make sure I go over the 2 types of problems you might see today on your quiz. Okay? So this first one is called a 2-step problem right here. Okay? 2 steps because there's 2 things to do. Does everyone see that, first of all, when I solve an equation, I need x by itself. X is not by itself. It's got a 2 and a 5, right? So let me just give you the quick version of me teaching this to you. Is everyone looking up here? If you have 2x plus 5, a 2-step problem, you always want to get rid of what I call the loner first. Which number is by itself, 2 or 5? The 5 is by itself. It's a constant. So I want to do the opposite to get rid of it. What's the opposite of plus 5? Minus 5. Underneath plus 5, you can write minus 5. And then, if I do it on one side of an equal sign, I got to do it on the other side so it stays equal. So underneath the 9, put a minus 5. Okay? So again, get rid of the loner. You do your step on both sides. Whatever you did that was opposite, you cancel that out, right? Now you want to bring down 2x. And what's 9 minus 5? 4, right? So 9 minus 5 is 4. Cool. We did one step so far. X is still not by itself, so I need to get rid of that 2 in front of x. What do you know what you call this number in front of a variable? Starts with a C. It's a coefficient. Okay, y'all heard that word before? So to get rid of the coefficient 2, here's the deal. 2 and x, if they're just next to each other, that means they're being multiplied. Okay? What's the opposite of multiplying? Divide. So if you have a coefficient, your last step, you're going to divide. Divide by 2 on this side, and divide by 2 on this side. Okay? All right. So 4 divided by 2 is what? 2. That's it for the first one. So could you do a 2-step problem today? I hope. Just do your best. Show all your work. Now, you'll have one like this. Now, there's a special name when you have that parentheses and the number outside. It's distribution, okay? So you have to distribute the 3 into the parentheses, okay? So I like to show it like this. 3 goes to x, 3 goes to 3. When you distribute, you are multiplying. Let me say that again. You are multiplying. So 3 times x is what? 3x. You just put them next to each other. 3 times 3 is what? 9. Put a plus 9. Bring down equals 12. And then, now I have a 2-step problem. This is just like what I just did. I need to get rid of the loner and then divide. What's the loner? The 9. I get rid of a plus 9, but the opposite, which is minus 9. Minus 9. Opposites cancel out, and I have 3x equals, what's 12 minus 9? 3, okay? Last step to get rid of that coefficient 3 over here, just like last time, I have to divide. So divide by 3, divide by 3. And x equals, what's 3 over 3? 1, okay? You got to be able to distribute and then get rid of the loner and divide, okay? So one's a 2-step problem, one is, I guess, a 3-step problem. Got an extra step there, okay? That's just some warm-up about what will be on your quiz. Your quiz is going to have vocab, notation, like yesterday's notes and assignment, and a little bit of algebra. There's a little preview of what you'll see today, okay? So all you can do is just do your best on your quiz. When you finish your quiz, if you have any missing work, if you haven't done 1-1 reteaching from Friday, or if I give it back to you, make sure you do that. If you didn't do yesterday's assignment, or if you didn't finish it, you should have time after the quiz. Make sure you turn that in, okay? We are going to get started.